What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. This is gonna be a really good one. In case you guys are new, my name is Brianna, and let's start off this video by letting you guys know that I just turned 15 on August 2nd. And instead of doing a big party, me and my family decided to go on a trip. Can you guess where? If you guessed Las Vegas, then you're right. But hold on, because this shirt's too big. There we go. Now we can keep talking. Anyways, as I was saying, we turned our simple trip to Las Vegas into something so much better and explored so much more than the average traveler does. And now let's talk about tips and experiences for what to do in Las Vegas for all ages. Starting off strong with a tip. If you're flying into Las Vegas, please try to book a night flight, because it's so amazing getting to fly in, watching Las Vegas from the sky at night and seeing all the lights. It's definitely something that I won't forget, and you won't forget it either if you choose to do it that way. And now we're at day one of our trip in Las Vegas. Day one was a blast. We did a ton of things. 3 big events. First, we went to Lake Mead. Second, we went to the Hoover Dam and Hoover Bridge. And third, we went to watch a Blue Man Group show, which was awesome. Now, the biggest event of this day was definitely the Hoover Dam. Exploring the Hoover Dam and the Hoover Bridge are definitely something that you should look into when you're in Vegas, because it's only 2 hours and a half of a drive away. But the Hoover Dam and the Hoover Bridge are 2 experiences on its own. First, the Hoover Bridge, you can park your car next to it and then climb up some stairs so you can actually walk along the bridge. There's a concrete sidewalk built along the bridge so you can walk right over the Hoover Dam and over the water. And considering the Hoover Dam Bridge is about a 1/4 mile high, you're super high up in the air. Plus, there's a bunch of cool informational things you can read on the way of who built the dam, who was involved, who gave money for it, the blueprints, the idea. It's a cool experience to walk the bridge. Plus, when you're up there, you get an amazing view and you can take some really cool pictures up there. And then once you're done with that, you can actually drive down to the Hoover Dam. There's a parking space right after the Hoover Dam where people can park and then hike down to the actual dam. There's a concrete sidewalk and concrete stairs everywhere, so don't worry about having to hike on the rock. There's a whole sidewalk with roofing on top of the Hoover Dam, and there's even a visitor center. To your right, you can see Lake Mead, which is a beautiful place on its own, and then to your left, you see the huge dam wall all the way down to the water and the Hoover Dam Bridge. Anyways, after we visited the Hoover Dam, at nighttime we went to a show, which is another great thing you can do in Vegas. There's a bunch of kid-friendly shows inside of the hotels, which are awesome. We decided to check out the Blue Man Group show. We loved it, even though you can't film inside of there, but that was great. And with that, guys, we're wrapping up day 1, and now let's talk about day 2. Day 2 was also a really big day with some big things going on. We did Grand Canyon and we saw Cirque du Soleil at night. Some pretty big things for a day. Early in the morning, we headed off towards Grand Canyon National Park in the state of Arizona. Most of the Grand Canyon is in Arizona. It was about a 4-hour drive from the Las Vegas Strip to the Grand Canyon National Park. The Grand Canyon National Park was established in 1919, which means it's been there for over a decade. The Grand Canyon National Park is a great tourist spot with a bunch of things to do, like bus shuttles, helicopter rides, and the first thing we did when we got there though was to book the helicopter flight. We booked it with a company called Maverick Helicopter Tours, and the helicopter flight basically takes you into the canyon in a helicopter. We booked it and we were on the helicopter around 30 minutes after we booked it. It was a pretty quick thing. The pilots walk you over to the helicopter pads, and then you get in a helicopter of 6 people plus the pilot. And then we take off and fly over the grass until you reach the edge of the canyon. And then the pilot descends us into the canyon. Until after about 10 minutes, you land at the base of the canyon. Once you land inside of the Grand Canyon, you get a spectacular view and you get to explore, walk around, take pictures for 15-20 minutes until the pilots call us back to the helicopter. From the bottom of the canyon, you can see nothing but the canyon walls. Considering the canyon is from 2,000 to 8,000 feet tall, it's amazing and you feel like a little thing. You can see the stream at the bottom of the canyon, cactuses, and take some really cool pictures like these. And when the time is up, the pilots call you back to the helicopter and we fly back to the landing pad. But this time through a different route so you can see a whole nother beautiful scenery of the canyon. Price-wise, I'm gonna let you guys know that for the 4 of us, it was around $1,100 for the helicopter ride. If that's not in your budget or you're just not looking to do that, then there's definitely other things you can do by buying the admission pass and riding the shuttles across the lookout points of the park. There's 3 total lookout points, and at each of those you get a great view. You can have snacks, buy souvenirs, see some native things, maybe watch native people singing. Me and my family only went to 2 of those lookout points because honestly, after you did the helicopter ride, the lookout points are still cool, but the helicopter ride was cooler. And we had to leave Arizona because we had Cirque du Soleil at night. Speaking of Cirque du Soleil is a great nighttime show in Vegas for kids and adults. You're obviously not allowed to record in there, so I can't show you guys what it looked like, but I was watching the whole time like this. So on day 3, we did one of the most common things that almost everybody does when they go to Vegas. Go take pictures on the Las Vegas sign. There's some pictures that me and my family took. The Las Vegas sign is kind of on the end of the strip, aiming towards the airport. It's in the middle of the road, but it's a very famous spot where you can take pictures of the Las Vegas sign with the strip in the background. But that is a quick thing. So the next thing we did was go to the Venetian Hotel on the strip to do the gondola ride. Inside of the Venetian Hotel, there is an area that imitates Venice, Italy. And inside of that area is the gondola ride. There is also one outside that matches with the theme of the outside of the hotel, but we decided to do the inside one because that day it was going to rain. The gondola ride isn't too long, but it also isn't too expensive. We were the first up in line and we got a girl driver, actually the only one working that day. When you get on the gondola, you can take as many pictures and videos as you want of yourself and the driver as you get driven around in the water under Venice, Italy. The driver actually sang me a happy birthday song, and they sing you other songs as well, all while driving you under the bridges of Venice, Italy. There's even gondolas for people getting married, gondolas for 2, and gondolas for 4. We did a big loop and then came right back to where we started. The gondola ride was nice and special, and after that we got to explore the Venetian Hotel, which is beautiful on the inside with some stunning architecture, decorations, indoor landscaping, and even an authentic gondola inside. Also, you should try to walk the strip, which is the next thing we did. Everybody got a water bottle, some nice comfortable shoes to walk for a while, and we headed down the strip from the Venetian Hotel. And I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit from a kid's personal experience. The strip doesn't have the best reputation because there are some bad looking people on the strip. But honestly, they're kind of doing their own thing. You might see something kind of crazy, but nobody really bothers you. Plus, there's a couple cops and security along the strip. There's also some places where you can get some refreshing drinks, even pina coladas for kids. I definitely don't regret walking the strip because I know I would have regretted not walking the strip. But I'm definitely not going to do it again. By the time we were at the end of the strip, nobody had the slightest energy to walk all the way back. And we're down to day 4. Day 4, we woke up and decided to hit the road towards California, another one of Nevada's neighboring states. We're from Florida and we're a long ways away from home, so we decided to do the best we can to explore everything we could on this trip. We headed early towards California in the morning, and as most of you may know, California is a pretty famous state, having places like Venice Beach, the Santa Monica Pier, LA, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's a pretty famous spot. And the first thing we did that morning was go to the Santa Monica Pier, one of the most famous spots in California. The Santa Monica Pier is basically a huge pier next to the beach where you can have snacks, go on an amusement park, walk around, take pictures, see people dancing, street art, people fishing, surfing. It's a great active place. We took some pretty nice pictures of me and my family, and then we went to the Ferris wheel. If you're coming to Santa Monica Pier and you don't have much time, I recommend you buy only the tickets for the Ferris wheel because it's the best way to get the best view of Santa Monica Pier and a bunch of the beach. We went on the Ferris wheel and the view from there was stunning. But honestly, you could spend a whole day at the Santa Monica Pier, going to the beach, eating snacks, hitting the amusement park, watching street performers. But we didn't have the whole day, so we headed back to the car and headed towards Venice Beach. Venice Beach is another pretty famous spot where a bunch of YouTubers have filmed videos that me and my family have watched, which is the reason why we really wanted to go there. Venice Beach has Muscle Gym on it, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the most athletic places in California. Just by walking around, you can do everything from watch people working out in the Muscle Gym, you can go to the skate pool and watch skateboarders do some tricks and rollerbladers do tricks. You can watch basketball matches, you can watch tennis matches. There are some crazy athletic and talented people at Muscle Beach. Plus there's an ice cream shop with the best ice cream I've had in California. And just like I said for Santa Monica Pier, you could also spend your whole day at Venice Beach playing sports, looking around, eating, whatever it is you want to do. But that was it for our beach exploring for the day, so we headed off towards a nice hotel to spend the night over at California because it was a really long drive back and we didn't want to make my dad drive. Plus, there was still more to explore in California. The next morning, we woke up to day 5 and we went to one of, if not the most famous places in California, the Hollywood Walk of Fame and the Hollywood sign. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is something that you can look up on Google Maps. It'll take you right towards that street, and we really wanted to go to find some of our favorite celebrities' stars. We got there and got to take some pictures with Jennifer Lopez's star and Shakira's star, and we saw some other pretty famous names as well. But that was only a small part of our day, because after that we headed up a huge hill to the Hollywood sign. It was about a 20-minute drive from the Hollywood Walk of Fame to the Hollywood sign picture spot. But once we reached the top, it was totally worth it. But after that, it was breakfast time, so we decided to go to one of the most famous spots, not just for breakfast, in California, the San Pedro Fish Market. The San Pedro Fish Market has a pretty famous reputation for its fresh seafood, delicious dining, and that's pretty much it. But honestly, to us, it did not live up to its expectations. From the moment that we stepped in line to the moment that we had our food in our table, it was around an hour 15. Some of the food was not very good, not quality food like you'd expect from the huge reputation it has. But honestly, it's up to your opinion. The San Pedro Fish Market might be delicious for some people, and the prices might not be bad for some people. After that, we went to visit Battleship, Iowa, which is a very close battleship that's retired on California's hugely immense shipping port. So if you're looking for an afternoon activity, look up Battleship, Iowa. And with that, we finished up our day in California and headed back towards our Las Vegas hotel for another awesome day tomorrow. Which brings us to day 6, our second to last day. Day 6 was definitely a stunning day. We hit the road early in the morning towards Utah, another one of Nevada's neighboring states. Utah is home to one of the most famous natural parks, Zion Park. Zion National Park is located on the southwest end of Utah. You can look that up on Google Maps and you'll be taken straight to the park. Zion Park has everything from scenic drives with cuts and tunnels through the mountains, amazing waterfall views, and for us, we had a really special experience. We ran into a ram. The ram was walking calmly on its hill, and then it decided to jump down, and my dad and brother got as close as 4 feet from it. It also has amazing hiking trails and lodges where you can stay at inside of Zion Park. It's a little bit like the Grand Canyon. There's shuttles that take you to 9 lookout points and hiking spots on each of those 9 points. We decided to check out the hiking spot that's called the Narrows. The Narrows is a 9-hour hiking trail where you walk along a river, the only one along the river actually, until you actually have to walk in the river to keep going on the trail. It's the most popular hiking trail there, but there's also smaller stuff for even pets to go on. We did a small part of the hiking trail. Here are some shots of how it looks when you're in it, but once we reached the water, also known as the Narrows, we didn't keep going. Because honestly, we weren't prepared for the journey ahead. But that was pretty much our morning in Zion. And then we stopped to get a snack and some really cool rocks in one of the stores in Zion's town. And then we hit an awesome country restaurant, but I'm not going to show you guys that part. And after that, we headed back towards Las Vegas, all in one day. Day 7 was our last day, and we did check out of the hotel early in the morning, but there's still ways you can spend the day even without your hotel. We did another pretty famous tourist attraction, which was to go up to the Strat Hotel's Big Needle. Sorry about that, guys, we had to do a quick battery change, but as I was saying, the Strat also has the needle, which takes you way up into the sky to see the Las Vegas Strip. And you can also watch people bungee jump all the way from the top of the Strat. We were lucky enough to go up at a time where people were gonna jump, so I got some footage of people jumping off of the Strat. Here it is. I personally have no idea how they did that. I wouldn't do it even if you paid me. But if you're looking for something like that, then you can totally book that on the Strat website if that's what you're up for. But there's also really cool digital maps that you can use to see everything that's around the Las Vegas Strip. But yeah, you can really see everything from up there, and maybe even you can spot your hotel if it's on the Strip. And besides from that, you also have the choice of getting lunch up there if you like, or a sky dinner at night, but you do have to book that. As well as the 2 amusement rides that are even higher on the Strat. But anyways, that finished off our day and our trip in Las Vegas. If you guys enjoyed, I hope you did, then please make sure to go down below, like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you get notified every time I post a brand new video. And I want to let you guys know that I am going to be making individual videos on these topics that we were talking about, because some of them took up a whole day and I have a bunch of cool footage to show you guys on that topic. So if you're interested in anything that we talked about today, then turn on the bell and you guys will get to see that video. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around to the end, and if you do try some of these things, then please let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to know how it went for you or what you thought. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Oh, don't think I forgot, I used to finish my videos like this and I'm still gonna do it now. I need your nose to finish the video.